In this video, I'm going to show you how to load film into a Barnack Leica. This model is the Leica IIIf, but the loading process is very similar throughout all the models in this series. I'll also give you some tips for shooting with it, and I'll show you some photographs that I've taken with this camera. So whether you're new to film photography or you've just picked up one of these Leicas, I'm going to walk you through everything that you need from loading to shooting. Before we get started, we need to cut the film leader in order for it to be loaded into the Leica correctly. I like to use this film cutter, it's really easy to use and saves making a bodge job of it with scissors. Line up the film using the sprocket holes, close the lid and cut the film, and then you're good to go. The film is loaded from the bottom of the camera, open the latch, give it a half turn twist and remove the bottom of the camera. You'll then need to remove the film take-up spool. Insert the film leader into the take-up spool and push it right in till you can see the film through the arrow. And now the film is ready to be loaded into the bottom of the camera. Make sure that you insert both the film canister and the take-up spool at the same time and guide the film into the gap at the back of the camera as you do so. As you can see, there's a handy diagram on the bottom of the camera which shows you which way up to insert the film. It's important to remember to put the bottom plate of the camera back on and lock it into place before you move to the next stage. Make sure that the film rewind lever is set to the advanced position before advancing the film. Turn the advanced dial and you'll see the shutter button, the shutter speed dial and the rewind knob should all rotate to ensure that the film has taken up on the take-up spool. Fire the shutter button and advance the film once again. Turn the exposure counter dial anti-clockwise to set it to 0. There is a dial on the top of the advance lever that you can use to set as a reminder of what film stock you've got in, but this only goes up to a speed of 125. You can set it to red for colour film, black for black and white film. However, this does not affect the exposure, it's purely there as a reminder. Once you've shot through your roll of film, turn the rewind lever to R to rewind the film, lift up the rewind dial and turn it in the direction of the arrow until you feel the film tension release. And finally, remove the bottom plate once again to take out the film canister. Now we've seen how to load film into the Barnack Leica, I'm going to give you some tips for shooting with it. This is a rangefinder camera and it has two windows on the back, one for focusing and one for composing. It has three windows on the front. The window in the middle, the square one, is for composing the image and the two round ones are used to focus the rangefinder. Because when you're looking through the viewfinder, you're actually seeing through these windows, depending on which one you're looking for, you're not looking directly through the lens. Top tip number one, always remember to remove the lens cap. This has caught me out on a couple of frames when I first started using this camera. Next tip is make sure the lens is fully extended and locked into position. If the lens isn't fully extended and locked into the correct shooting position, your photos will be totally out of focus. And again, when I first started using this camera, this is another thing that caught me out. So make sure that the lens is engaged properly before you start shooting. I will come to some tips about focusing and some things to practice to nail your focusing later in the video, but before we get into that, let's talk about exposing your image correctly. Your ISO is set by the film stock that you use, which means we have two other variables that we can control to expose the image: the aperture and the shutter speed. Now, this is a fully mechanical camera and it does not have a light meter, so you will need to meter for the light externally, whether that is through a handheld light meter, a light meter app on your phone, or you use the Sunny 16 rule. Now, I do have a full video about light metering, so I don't want to turn this one into a light metering tutorial. When I start to think about setting the exposure on the Leica, what I like to do is visualize the image that I'm trying to compose. I'll start to think about whether I want a blurry background, that bokeh effect, and a shallow depth of field. To achieve that, I'll need a wide open aperture. Or I think about if I'm taking a landscape scene where I want more of that image in focus, and to do that, I'll need a closed aperture. If I'm wandering around and I'm doing street photography, I like to set my aperture to f8, which is a great starting point. Next, we need to think about the shutter speed. Using a slower shutter speed will add more motion blur into a moving subject, whereas using a faster shutter speed will freeze the action. One top tip when using a camera like the Leica IIIf that I have here is to make sure that you advance the film before setting the shutter speed. You'll notice as you advance the film dial, the shutter speed dial will spin, and when you fire the shutter button, the shutter speed dial will also spin. The resting point of the shutter speed dial after you've fired an exposure does not indicate the shutter speed which is set. So make sure, advance the film, lift up the shutter speed dial and set it to your desired shutter speed. The top dial has shutter speeds 1/25 up to 1/1000th of a second and bulb mode. To access the slower shutter speeds on the front dial, you need to set that top dial to 1/25, and then you can use this little switch and turn the front dial to select the slower shutter speeds from 1 second through to 1/25th of a second. As I'm walking around from place to place with my camera, I'm always paying attention to the light, and I try to notice how the light changes as I move through different scenes. And when the light changes, I'll make adjustments to either my aperture or my shutter speed to compensate for the changes in the light, so that when it comes to taking a photograph, my camera is almost set ready at the correct exposure. And the more you practice this and the more you pay attention to this, the better you'll get at exposing images without a light meter and just by using the Sunny 16 rule. Now we've covered the basics of exposure, let's talk about focusing. As mentioned earlier, the Barnack Leicas are rangefinder cameras and they have two windows on the back. The left-hand viewfinder for focusing and the right-hand viewfinder for composing the image. As you look through the left-hand window, you're looking through these two viewfinder windows at the front and you will see two versions of the image. The idea is to point the camera at your subject and move the focusing lever until those two images line up and your subject becomes in focus. Then you move your eye over to the right hand window and compose the image. A great thing to practice to help nail your focus is to estimate the distance of your subject before you take the image. To do this, use the distance scale on the lens. If you estimate that your subject is 7 feet away, use the lever to set the distance to 7 with the arrow in the middle of the lens, then lift the camera to your eye and fine-tune the focusing. This is known as pre-focusing. Another great thing to pay attention to is also the depth of field scale on the lens behind the distance scale. If you've got your aperture set to f8 and you've estimated your subject is around 7 feet away, you can use the depth of field scale, take a look and you'll see an estimate of 7 feet away, anything just under 6 feet away and anything around about 9 feet away will be in focus with an aperture of f8. And as you move the distance or change the aperture, you can use these two dials to estimate the distance and what will be in focus depending on your aperture, and this is known as zone focusing. Now we've been through the basics of setting the exposure and dialing in the focus on the Leica IIIf, that might seem like a lot of information, especially if you're new to film photography or you've just picked up a camera like this. But don't be intimidated. The more you use a camera like this, the more intuitive it becomes. And when it all becomes second nature, this camera is a real joy to use. If you're curious about the strap that I've got on this camera, it is by K&F Concept and it's a rope style strap. Quick tip that I like to do with a little strap like this is because I like to use a wrist strap. If you take the strap, fold it over like this and create a loop by pulling this section through. You've got a nice little loop there, pop your wrist through like that, and you've got a secure wrist strap for your camera, doubling up as neck strap. I will put a link to this strap in the video description below and a K&F discount code where you can get a little bit of money off, and I might make some commission. That'd be proper good for both of us. If you've enjoyed this video is the first in a series about the Leica camera and my experience shooting with it. Soon I'm going to be traveling to Italy. I'm going to take this camera with me and shoot some Kodak Portra 400 film, and I'll publish a video on my channel about that trip when it's done, so be sure to subscribe. Now let's take a look at some of the photos that I've taken with this camera.